Hello. So I have been moaning about not finishing this book for like all of my videos. I've said that I'm on this book right now. So here is it, The Host, and it's my book review on it finally. It is by Stephanie Meyer, who wrote Twilight, and I tried really hard to separate this from Twilight, but it's hard when my version is advertising Twilight all over. So it says the author of Twilight Saga, and the inside flap is all the Twilight books. On the outside flap is the Twilight movie cover, and on the back is all the Twilight books as well. That really annoyed me because I did want to separate it, but oh well. It is totally different to Twilight, so I don't think of it as from the author of Twilight, even though it says it on most covers. I think don't think of it like that. I'm not gonna read the blurb because I think that's stupid because I always end up explaining it more afterwards. So basically, it's about an alien invasion of Earth, but not like the typical invasion, because these aliens don't come to kill the species and take over with their own. They come to take over the minds of the species on the planet. So they insert themselves into the brain of a human and become that human. After they've been inserted, they are supposed to get a few vivid memories, and then the person is supposed to fade away completely, and it's supposed to be just them in their mind. But Melanie was a rebel. She had stayed human for long through the invasion, and so she is not willing to fade away easily. And she rebels against Wanderer. That's weird, because that's not supposed to happen. Yeah, Melanie fills Wanderer's mind with images and stuff of her with the man she loves, Jared, and their lives together hiding from the souls. Wanderer eventually falls in love with Jared and feels protective over Melanie's brother, Jamie. So they set off together to find the place where they were going to hide in her Uncle Jeb's cabin thing. I think they say it at the beginning. She doesn't know about the underground thing. When she gets to the rebels, they don't really trust her because they don't know Melanie is inside there. How could they possibly know? All they see is the reflective ring on Wanderer's eye. But after the initial shock and attempted murders, people start to kind of like her, and people understand that souls are not aggressive creatures. They are trying to make Earth a better place. That's how they see it, because humans were polluting and they were aggressive and they were starting wars and homicides and stuff, and they think they're helping this planet, and the humans don't deserve it. The friendship between Wanderer and Melanie. Wanderer and Melanie is lovely. At the start, they both hate each other, because I can't think how horrible it would be to have somebody else in my head hearing everything I thought. I mean, sometimes people think weird things, and you don't want anyone else to hear that. But after they find common ground, they have to learn to get along, because if they didn't, well, neither of them would get anywhere. This has the weirdest love triangle ever, but I loved it. So, Melanie obviously loves Jared. That's why she came there. But also Wanderer loves Jared because her body loves Jared and she can't not be attracted to him. But also she falls in love with somebody else. I'm not going to say his name because then you'll know who it is when you're reading it. But she falls in love with someone else, and it's kind of funny because Jared and the guy have an argument outside Wanderer's room, and then the guy, Jared, keeps warning him that the body belongs to him, and then Jared they just have an argument about who the body belongs to, whether the guy can do, like, kiss Wanda. And I think it was so funny that's so weird that Melanie, like, every time Jared would kiss Wanda, Melanie would punch him because she'd get control of the body and punch him, which was so funny. And I just found myself laughing at those parts. And the ending, I'm not going to spoil anything, but the last 100 pages made me close to tears the whole time. I had to call my boyfriend's mom, who's read the book, to ask her to reassure me on whether or not it was a happy ending, because I was so scared that it was going to end how I thought it was going to end, but it didn't. Hope that's not a spoiler. But yeah, it took a while to get into, a long while. It took me about 350, 400 pages to get into this, because there's a lot of world building and not much going on apart from character development. It's all people getting to know Wanderer and coming to like her, which is great, but then nothing really happened other than that until about 400 pages in, which is when it got really good. And I do love this book. I really do. I think Stephenie Meyer has improved as a writer so much, and you've got to remember that Twilight was the first book she'd ever written, and authors are allowed mistakes. I mean, that's a series. I loved it when I read it. I can see it's flawed now, but I loved it then. And I think, while I'm not a massive fan of Twilight, I am a fan of the host. Although I've watched half of the movie, and I'm not too impressed with it so far. I don't think I'm going to watch the rest of it, because I don't really want to. Anyway, so, yeah, I think that's all I can say. But this is really good. It is really good. I do love this book now. Although my copy is a bit tattered. Like, one of my pages is falling out. But I did buy it secondhand for like £2, so I think that is still really good copy. So, I guess I'll see you next time I read a book, maybe. So, bye. I hope you don't get invaded by any souls. Bye.